The entire episode is available on Rockfin and all podcast platforms. You can click the link in the description to access the entire episode now. It is very sad that we can't rely on doctors or the medical professionals, or at least more of them, to stand up for what's happening right now. I think that it's going to be ultimately up to us not to participate in it anymore and just build our own systems and our own sustainable communities and educate ourselves about the healthcare system, because they're going to keep going. They don't want this to ever stop. But do you see that a kind of crumbling of the modern medical industry? I know it's hard to tell how many people are on the side of truth and justice because we don't hear it from the mainstream media. We don't hear it on the news. We're only hearing one side of everything. So it's hard to tell how many people are on board with just the corruption, that they knowing about it and not participating with it. What do you think?
I completely agree. I'm involved in many groups that talk about, well, now my focus is really on decentralizing the food supply. I mean, I have a farm. So the only thing I literally leave my property for is stupid feed. So I'm actually in the process of growing my own fodder for my chickens and some of the grains, but I don't have enough acre. I have 4 horses, so I don't have enough acreage to grow the hay that I need. So I'm working on growing some of the fodder and grains for them as well. And I think if we can decentralize the food supply, and when my kids were little, this is terrible, but sorry, this is what happens when you're my kid. I explained to them that being dependent on the government was not a good thing, and I used the expression at one point called sucking off the government teat,
Yeah.
which my kids, of course, you know how kids are with stuff like that. So that's become like this running kind of funny in our family when we see somebody who's like, looking for government assistance or whatever. They call them teat suckers. And so now that we're out in farm country, it's, even more poignant. But nonetheless, I'm really working, fervently in my community, and just, anybody that will listen to really help them grow their own food, grow their own medicine, and really help decentralize the food supply and get off that government teat. Like the government shouldn't know you, and you shouldn't know the government. And that's really what I aim for.